and good evening from Baku. It is the end of a very long day for us here, but it's really good to be here, and we're next to the ambassador of Denmark to the Eurovision Song Contest. She sings Should Have Known Better. Soluna Samay, hello.
Hello.
I hope I pronounced the name right.
You say Soluna Samay.
Soluna Samay. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice to see you here, and I hope you're enjoying your time here in Baku.
Yes, it's great to be here, and obviously the weather is great, which is great when you're from Denmark because it's still very cold, and Crystal Hall is amazing. We had our second day of rehearsal today and everything went great, so I'm prepared.
We also just participated in your press conference, which was really amazing, and there was so much information coming out of there where we're going to be asking you a few more questions on about.
So I'll start. Tell us a little bit more about your background, because you have a very special name. At least it sounds special to me as being from Sweden.
Yeah. Soluna Samay is my first and middle name. Soluna means sun, moon in Spanish. Sol, Luna, and my parents, they just invented it, I guess. And Samaya is a Brazilian flower, if I'm not wrong, and so they kind of cut it short and called me Soluna Samay, because even when I was born they were thinking maybe one day she will need a nice stage name. That's what they said.
They knew you were going to Eurovision, you see?
Yes, they knew.
They knew. Oh, it was very clever of your parents, because you are really born up in a music family. Your father is a musician as well.
Yes.
And you have been playing since you were a kid, or?
Yes. My father is a street musician, and he has been traveling the whole world since he was 18, living from street music. And I was born, and my parents, my mother sold jewelry and made jewelry, and they just took me along, and we used to drive all over Europe in a camper van, and when I was 5 I joined on the drums, and I played one song. It was called Jambalaya by Hank Williams.
Oh.
And so I just kept playing. I later picked up the bass and started writing songs and singing, and have been playing with my father every summer for at least 15 years, mostly Norway and Germany. And
fantastic. Yeah. Can I ask you one thing about that? Is it possible to become rich from being a street musician?
I don't think rich, but if you keep your costs low, you can get by very well. It's very day to day, but I think my parents, they figured out how to do it. They have been living only from street music and from, being creative, selling jewelry. My whole life, and we always had nothing. We never missed anything, so we're very lucky, I think.
Now, you've been to the national final in Denmark, which was a huge show. For me, the first time ever I've seen it, and I guess for you as well. It's different than being on the street. How did you receive this vibe in Denmark in the hall, and compared to the stage here when you have been on the rehearsals?
I think it was a very new experience for me, so I had to get used to it. Because it's very intense when it doesn't look like it. When you see it on TV, it looks very easy. You just stand on stage, but when you participate, and there's all these rehearsals, camera rehearsal, lights, all these things, it's much more complicated than you think. So I have to get used to. It's not only the audience, it's also the cameras.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think it was great for me. It's just generally great that there's a national final, because it's like the rehearsal for the Eurovision. And now I already feel much more comfortable with it, and I'm more used to the cameras, and here everything is, even bigger and more pro than in Denmark, so it's nice.
Has the exposure in the national final been helping you with your career? Have you been moving around Europe a little bit to show your music there?
I have mainly stayed in Denmark, but I have been getting a lot of attention, and also I've been recording my next album with the same team that wrote Should Have Known Better. 3 amazing musicians, songwriters, producers from Denmark, and we're almost done with my second album. which is coming out very soon.
Wow.
And I'm pretty sure it's being released in several European countries.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, will your parents come here now to see you perform on the stage here in Baku?
They're actually not coming because it's very complicated with visa and everything. So they decided to stay at home in Denmark and make a big party. But I did bring my boyfriend, and my aunt is coming as well, so I will have some support from the family.
Amazing. Soluna, we wish you all the best of luck on the stage. If you don't have any more questions, Lilian?
No, I wish you all the best, and I think you will bring luck with you, because we heard that you were discovered via Facebook.
Yes.
So it means that there is it might be a sign.
Yeah.
So we wish you all the best. You bring luck with you, I'm sure.
Thank you so much.
So maybe you should team up with a social network group from San Marino, because they sing about it and you were detected in it. So
Yes,
that's quite a nice,
good cooperation.
nice thing to do.
Yeah.
So we just say, Heya Danmark.
Hey, Mark, all the best. Viel Glück, because you also speak
Danke.
fluent Deutsch.
Ja, genau.
Ja, vielen Glück.
Vielen Dank.
Okay, bye bye.